All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I apologize I haven't had anything up for the last couple of weeks. It's been busy getting some listings and buyers prepared, but I need to play catch up and send you some more videos, keep these things going here. Nonetheless, we've been discussing lately about land investments and some different strategies, and so today we're going to continue basically on that. I think it's a very, very important topic. Well, it's a very important topic because if you don't know what you're doing during this process, it could end up being a huge expense on the back end. Today we're going to talk about agricultural use programs and deferred property taxes. So this is a very important subject. I've been getting a lot of phone calls lately about people from Charlotte wanting to get out to the rural areas, people from overseas wanting to invest in land, people across the country wanting to conduct land acquisitions. And so this is something that a lot of people don't know about. And so I've been having a lot of these conversations where it's a huge perk to people and an absolute benefit. And so for the states, North Carolina and South Carolina are actually providing a benefit to landowners in a rural setting through an agricultural program. It's per the county. Each counties are different. They have their own regulations, their own tax assessments and things of that nature, but it's a great strategy to understand. And so you actually get a decreased amount of property taxes when you are considered a farmer. And so when you look on these applications, you could either have agricultural use through crops and hay or through forestry programs. There's a specific criteria that you have to have in order to meet that level for the program. So you have to look at the zoning, you have to look at the acreage, and then of course the proper usage. So, and again, every single county is completely different. So from Chester County, South Carolina, Fairfield County, South Carolina, to Union County, North Carolina, or all the way up towards Surrey County and North Carolina on their Virginia border, every single county is going to be completely different. So during that due diligence process, it would be my job to lead you in the right direction. We would communicate with the county tax assessor. They would tell us exactly what needs to go on and verify all information so you can get these deferred taxes. Now, just to let you know how beneficial they are, I'm going to use a personal example. So this is an example from family-owned land. My dad's got some land down in Chester, South Carolina. So this is one example that I do want to share with you. He paid $179 in property taxes on a parcel that was right under 100 acres. Okay, so that's a great example. So he met the criteria of forestry use, and because he is producing timber, the state of South Carolina and the county of Chester, they are providing him massive benefits with a heavily reduced rate for property taxes. And I think it's a great benefit for everybody. And so if you're going to be purchasing land to live on as a personal residence, or if you're going to be purchasing land as a whole, just a large chunk of land as an investor, you've got to be able to recognize these perks, because again, it is a deferred tax. So if you're not going to follow along and keep the land in that deferred tax agricultural program, then you will be paying a rollback tax. And if you don't know what a rollback tax is, that's exactly that. You're going to be paying the taxes away from that deferment because you're bringing it out of that usage. In order to meet this criteria for either forestry use or agricultural use, you have to look at the criteria that the county will allow. You have to have a specific size and amount of land to meet that criteria. So if you're going to be, buying a house on 1 acre, that's not exactly going to do it. So for example, for Union County, North Carolina, I'm working on a few projects here. So right now, per the tax assessor for Union County, you got to have at least 20 acres in timber production to meet that forestry use program to obtain the deferred taxes. Or for agricultural use, you got to have at least 10 acres. So for some strategies to really hone in on this topic for the amount of acreage for that particular use, For example, the land size needs to be at least 20 acres for forestry, right? So what if you go and you build a house on your 20 acres? Well, then the tax assessor, depending on the size of your home, square footage wise, will then cut out a chunk around the house, and it may be about an acre. So then you're gonna have 1 acre with your house on it where you're paying your standard residential taxes, and then the rest of the land around you is gonna be in the forestry use program. But if you're doing this on a 20-acre parcel and you reduce your lot size by 1 acre, then that means the rest of your land is not going to be in the forestry use program because you do not meet that criteria. So these are very specific things you've got to look out for. So you're going to be looking out in your best interest financially, because you may get hit with a rollback tax. And if you don't know what you're doing, it could be a pretty large sum. But that's why during a due diligence process, it is so important. I mean, that's literally why it's called due diligence. I mean, you have to do your due diligence. And so working with a real estate professional, getting you in touch with the county tax assessor, and then of course your closing attorney, everyone's giving you counsel and advice, lead you in the right direction. That's really going to make it beneficial for you. So if you are wanting to move out to the country, these are things that you can look out for. Or if you're a land acquisition partner and you're looking on for some investments, these are some of the perks that you can have as well, so you guys can save some money in the back end. If you want to talk further, feel free to give me a call at the number below. Check out our website. I'd be happy to discuss this in further detail with you and help you out with your next investment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.